Peace, guys. It's Aura, creatress of Fierce Feminine Rise, and today I wanted to do a special video on my lunar blood journal. This is a beautiful creation birthed by Rekha Govindan Kurup, and she is a phenomenal woman who is the creatress / founder of the She Stands Tall project. So this work, there's so many layers to the work that she does, and I definitely invite you to check her out. You can get access to her website and her Facebook group below. And but today I want to talk about this and how it has helped me and how it's helping me. So the coolest thing about this journal is that, I mean, not the coolest, but one of the coolest things about this journal is that you can really track your cycle. Okay, so you can know which day that you started bleeding. So the day that you started bleeding is actually the first day of your menstrual cycle. So you want to count that as number 1, and then you can follow it through until your next bleeding cycle, and this lets you know on average how many days your menstruation cycle is. Okay, that's just a little extra tidbit for you. But when you have this journal, so most apps will do this automatically for you. It doesn't necessarily show you the day. Maybe it does, but it doesn't go super deep into it. So this is your own tracking of your cycle. So for me, what I did is I logged into my app, saw when the last day that I started my cycle, what date that was, and that was, I don't know which day, but I tracked it all the way up to day 11. So that's when I actually started numbering. That's what I mean. I wasn't even keeping track of like, oh, this is the day 14 of my cycle. No, I wasn't doing that. I can tell by when I'm ovulating just by how my body responds, and then I can check the app and I'm usually right on track. So you can see here I actually marked that. So I was ovulating on day 11. And yeah, so not only can you track that, but she gives you options to put in your creative self-expression for the day, how your mood was, symptoms of your body and your blood, your sexual desire, intimacy, and sex, which I think is super important. You guys know that I love talking about holistic sexuality. And the fact that she includes this in this journal is really powerful and really impactful, because it's not something that, like, it's something that plays a huge role in a woman's life and woman's life cycle. Okay, so next you can put down your cravings, your self-care, anything that you did that day to help you self-care. You can write your dreams down, and then you can just journal whatever you want, and then adjectives for the day. I really love that part too. And then any observations of the day. So I know this is kind of a lot, but I wanted to introduce this to you all because if you have any inkling of desire or longing to get connected to your body and your blood, I feel that this is a really amazing resource, and it's not only going to help you track your menstrual cycles better, but it's also going to help you get even deeper to your body, deeper than you probably even know. Okay, like, and I love how she talks about light dark cycles in this. Okay, so a lot of time, like just like the moon, right? The moon goes through the dark cycle, and then it goes into the light cycle, and then it goes into the dark cycle. So this also happens in our lives as women with our menstruation. We go into the light cycle when we're feeling really alive, really rejuvenated, really sexual, really creative, really desiring to be out and to be seen. And then we go into the dark cycle where we're menstruating, where it's a time to be alone and a time to be with yourself, and you don't necessarily want to be seen, and you really want to just like hibernate. So similarly, this happens throughout the day. Okay, think about the day, the brightest time of the day to the darkest time of the day, light dark cycles. Light dark cycles every day, light dark cycles in the moon, light dark cycles in menstruation, light dark cycles in you, okay? We all have these light dark cycles. That's why we don't always feel jubilant and amazing all the time. There's times where we dip and our emotions dip and our thoughts dip, and that's okay. It's just about figuring out how to ride those waves by allowing yourself to be in between spaces to really see what each feeling, each thought, each subtle sensation and movement in the body is wishing to share, because our body has a wisdom greater than practical understanding. And so when we integrate resources like this into our lives, it really helps us get to know our bodies and our emotions and our psyches a lot better. These questions that we're often seeking outside of us, right? We ask our friends, we ask our lovers, our beloveds, we ask teachers and gurus and everyone, right? Elders, which, you also can tune in and no need to longer ask outward, but to really integrate asking inward and seeing what comes up for you. We are all our own greatest healers. And this is a really amazing self-healing tool that I completely and fully recommend. Look how gorgeous it is. She also has space in here where you can like draw and you can doodle. And there's prayers, which is really, really beautiful. And then she gives you even more deeper insight to all these cycles, okay? Like, I can talk about this stuff, but there's so much in here that I have not even tapped into. So I'm really excited to just keep diving deep with myself. Look at this. So gorgeous, okay? So yes, I'm just excited to like get to know this journal. She gives really beautiful like guidelines of like, let this be whatever it is you want to be. Doodle, draw, it's your own free will. Yes, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm about a week in, I believe, and it's something that I'm actually like looking forward to do. So I get excited to write in my journal. And if there's a day where I'm like not super excited to do it, it's fine. I just like, I don't force it. And I think that's really the most important part. So get you a My Lunar Blood Journal. Navigating dark and light rhythms in 2020. Okay, they're available right now only in India. But yeah, if you're in India, let me know. I can help you get in connection with Rekha to get your journal. She has a very limited amount, so yeah, if you are like, I want this, then definitely jump on it. All right, lots of love. Have a beautiful rest of the day and rest of the week, and peace, love, freedom, and pleasure.